turn that. There. Oh, I don't like that. There, I'll turn it down. Oh, right. Kitty, are you there? I don't know. Who is there? Well, I do have somebody coming. Hi. Yeah, I'm a few seconds early. Oh, hello. How are you? And you've told me your name. I think, is it Raz? Rod? Because it says Karam King. Now, I'm waiting for my chat monitor to get here, but she'll be here. I hope. How are you tonight? It's snowing where I am. We have had hardly any snow this winter. And now, it's the meteorological Raza. There we go. Beginning of spring. And we had a very nice day on Friday that was like so warm. It was like 79 degrees. And now it's snowing, but it won't last. We need it though. Because it's moisture for the ground. And the ground is so brown and ugly from drought that, yeah, I'm doing well. I was sick this week, but I'm getting over it. Yay. So there's a couple of days that I wasn't feeling so hot, but now I'm feeling back at it. So anyway, hi. I'm waiting for, there's Kitty. Hi, Kitty. Is it snowing in Rochester? It's snowing up here. I was just laughing about how we've hardly had any snow, and it's so pretty because it's covering up all the brown. Oh my gosh, it's just drought. Yeah. You just missed me before a few times. I'm trying to schedule them, these lives, so it's a little bit easier, not be quite so random. I couldn't do much this week, although I did a video today about my old friend, Mr. Muskrat. Let me see if I can find his picture. There he is. About that guy. Oh my gosh. So I'm waiting. Muskrat Love. No. That song. Captain and Tennille. And then, like, if you ever find out more about how things really were for them, it wasn't that great. Especially, they stayed together for a long time, but I think that the romance had gone out of that marriage quite a while ago, and it was a business thing. And they carried on for quite a while. I had a few hits there. Oh, hello, Diamond Dingers. Yeah, high school prom theme. Oh, wow. What was our prom theme? I don't even know. I don't even know what our prom theme was. That's such a good question. My God. Something dopey, I'm sure. I can't even remember what was super popular then. That's 1982. The big prom. I don't know. The stuff I like to listen to at that point that wouldn't have been at the prom. 1981. Jesus, I don't know. I know that was sort of like REO Speedwagon. When I hear that music, that brings me right back to high school. Oh dear, oh dear. Anybody have a question? Put it in the chat. And see what we got. Hello, thanks for your thumb. If you gave me a thumb, sure. And then somebody will come on sometimes and be like, oh, step it up in here. Like and subscribe and comment and share. Okay, sure. All the things. But mainly I'm just doing this tonight. You can kind of still hear that cold, but the head cold part wasn't the worst of this. It was just having these chills and then just no energy. And it was like some nice days, so. Oh well, you know how it is at school. It's just a bunch of germs all over the place, so yeah. Step right up, ask a question. It's just for fun and entertainment. And I also trotted this deck out. I haven't used it in a long time. I like it. I love the images on it. This is the Light Seers Tarot, and it's nice for the hand. Sure, I'll do it. But the problem is the cardstock won't hold up over time. Okay. Your love with Dr. Chris. All right. Dr. Chris. Dr. Chris. How is this? Well, it seems like there's interest, you know. But let's find out. Let's hope we get the Knight of Cups. I got that earlier today with Muskrat. For him, it's just sweet talk. Anyway, let's focus here. For Raza and Dr. Chris, what can we know? All right. One more shuffle. One more shuffle. Oh. There we go. All right. Raza. Dr. Chris. Okay. And one more. Okay, let's just take a peek at this. Decisions. That's the Two of Swords, but she could easily take her bandage off and see which way to go. So somebody's making up their mind. But right in the middle, this is a nice card to see. I don't think there's any bits on here to cover up. On YouTube, I get in trouble sometimes, like nudity. No, this is illumination, and it's also really like if you're asking about a love reading, this is like happiness and joy and being out in the sun. Like this, everything's growing, everything's going. So that's good. One more cup though. I don't know what that is. So I think I've read before about this. This is the Five of Cups. Maybe this person has had a loss and that holds them back and they're not sure, like, well, what would mom want me to do? What would dad want me to do? Well, if you're not an adult, I don't know, maybe you can't make up your own mind. But some sort of loss permeates or colors, it seems to be, the relationship. I'm not saying that this relationship is, dang it, at a loss. It's loss. They've had some sort of loss, I think. So, Four of Swords, pondering, thinking on it, needing rest, too, maybe, but, you know, resting and thinking on it. And then the card next to it is very nice. All right, I'll cover her up. The World is like things come to completion, a good, like the end of a cycle. So maybe this loss will cycle out. Trying to look inside now. Okay. Yeah, and inside is like the Emperor, so maybe someone in there, I'm just feeling like this person, Dr. Chris, is the one that's had some sort of loss, but someone like in spirit maybe is like the father or whoever that they are thinking about. So I would say there's joy and happiness. Have patience because of this, and I think just hang on in there because they seemingly, it seems to me, caught up in a little bit of sorrow from something else. Maybe they had a other relationship that didn't go well, and so they're a little shy. I don't know. Loss for them is what colors things right now. So they're maybe not in the headspace of, it didn't say they want to settle down and get married, but it didn't say they don't want that either. So hang in there. They want your patience. Don't we all need patience, right? Yeah, maybe I'll try this deck again tonight. I love its images. It's not, well, maybe I won't, because I think the imagery of the Rider-Waite is a lot easier to understand. But this has so many different people in it, different colors, different skin color. The imagery is nice, though. Two of Cups, you know, that's like a love card. So, well, this is not a love card. The Three of Swords, but this is like way more painful. Like, aw, that person is crying out. All right. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else out there in the world looking for something? It looks like Diamond Dingers is trying to make an unusual word. Or maybe they left because we are so boring. That's what I'm figuring. I don't know. Yeah. See, now, the Page of Cups. That one is easy for me to understand. It's youth, but I don't know why it has these feet and this dog here. Yeah, you noticed that. But Kitty, I think sometimes they figure, like, oh, it's just this boring old woman talking about snow. I mean, actual snow, not the code for snow. Drinking her tea. Like, I'm gonna leave. Like, okay, see ya. See ya. This one's the Ace of Swords. Now, I'm not sure I resonate with this imagery. Ace of Swords. New starts, but swords are also like intellectual. Sword energy, air, of the air. There's that crow in the background too. So, I mean, you kind of have to know how to read them. But I know some people just love this deck. I put it away for a while. Just because it's getting a little nicked. I'm disappointed. The cardstock, and that was, to be fair, a criticism. A shell on her head? Yeah. Yeah. Ace of... What is it? Ace of Swords. Yeah. Uh-huh. And, well, aces are always the beginning and the start of something, but light beaming out, too, so that can be speaking, I think, to, like, the intellectual something. I don't know. Well, it's a slowish night so far here. But that's all right. That's all right. Kitty, are you going to do anything over the break? Are you going to get to see your grandson? Hopefully. Positive light, yeah, from that. Yeah. 8? This is the 8 of Swords, and now I have to think about what this means. This other, like, I have to think about it. What's good is it makes me think, but that's the 8 of Swords. Okay. That's the 8 of Swords. We're doing nothing because I gotta start saving up my money. Gosh, 8 of Swords. Now I have to think about it. 8 of Wands I can see. 8 of Swords. Gosh, I don't know. I'd have to look. No, I'd have to look because I know what it is. I have to look now. All right. While I'm looking for that, if somebody else has a question, feel free to ask it while I prattle on. You can go look at my video about muskmelon. Yeah, but that's not the imagery of the Rider-Waite. Yeah, it's a weird image because it looks like they're looking at themselves, and then they look like their hands are constricted. Let's compare it. Let's do a comparison, okay? Let's do a comparison with the... That's why I don't know. I just really prefer the Rider-Waite. I don't know. It's just got so much. Yeah, I've never thought of that meaning of what it is. Why? Oh, here. No, this is the 8 of Cups. This is clearly walking away from something. No, 8 of Swords. Swords is intellectual. Where are we? Swords. There's the Seven of Swords. Yeah, this one's always depressing. Like the rip-off card. That's my Elon Musk card. If I had to choose one for him. And the Five of Swords. Sword energy is... Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of fraught, is the way I look at it. I see the Eight of Wands. Okay, looking. Meanwhile, anybody can pop in and ask a question. Here. No. Yes. This is the Eight of Swords. Okay. This is the anxiety card. So, yeah. Okay. But I don't... And then those birds around her. There's another whole tarot deck just of crows. So when I compare them, this one's a lot easier for me to see. Like, oh yeah, that's sleepless nights. That's anxiety, up all night. This is overthinking. And this is like, well, okay, you feel bound by something. Yeah. But I'd have to remember this card in order to read it properly. So apparently I won't use that deck tonight because it's just not... I should just give it away because I'm not using it. But whatever. Whatever. Alright. I can also just do a political poll here since nobody's asking me a question. I did look at the Wisconsin race and I didn't care for my Manel. I didn't like the look of that, but I also think it's just so close. Like it's going to be close, and then with this meddling, people, offering money, which is really not legal to do. Like if I did that, they'd be calling me in the office and saying, I think you should pack your desk up. Oh, youngest daughter. Sure. Let's do that. Youngest daughter. So you're worried about her. Or are you thinking of her? I don't know if you're worried. But, I hope she's been in touch. Does she like horses? I don't know why I thought of horses. Well, you gave me that project this summer of horses. I think she likes horses too. That would be a good thing for her to be involved with. Oh, hello, Tosh. Hi, put your question in there if you want. I'm doing one right now for Kitty. A message from the youngest daughter. Yeah, I hope she's in touch with you. Here's youth. That could also be like, grandbaby. I hope not. If she's not ready for that. God, I'd love to have one. Even if my kids aren't ready, it'd be like, yes, I'll take that grandbaby. All right, for Kitty's youngest daughter. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's kind of she's got to go it alone here for a little bit. All right. Message from Kitty's youngest daughter. What can we know? And if you have a question, oh, sure, Tosh, I'll get after it. Just after this one. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. Okay, Kitty, let's take a peek here. Well, the Seven of Cups is like choices, and it can also be illusions. So depending as we go on, we'll know more. But they have all these things in front of them that they're looking at. It's choices, but if you look at these cups, these choices are not always great. They're illusionary too. So, but in the middle is the Six of Coins, so there's a generosity and maybe she's working with kids. So this is a person that's giving to these kids, and maybe they are wealthy, and so maybe I don't know, maybe it's telling her to work with kids. This is always an interesting card, the Hierophant. So, structures in society. This looks like the Pope, but, oh, she is a 1-year-old. She's not talking. Gosh, this card. I've got to think about this one. Hey, it's like needing more structure, but it could also meaning more reflection, well, spiritual guidance, so to speak. But she's got children. Okay, I'm not loving that card because it can have another meaning too, and I'll get back to it. We'll come back to this one here in a second. Oh, for the second time tonight. She's thinking things over, maybe taking a break. Yeah. And I don't know why, but this can also sometimes mean like substance abuse. So that's the illusion stuff. But in the middle, looks like she's happy with kids. And this is such a weird card, the Pope, blessing everybody. But it's talking about structures in society like higher education. So she might be thinking about going back to school. That's where I would go with this. She's reflecting on that. That's what I would bet. You know, some kind of different career path. It could even be tech school. Inside, King of Cups. So that's like an emotional man. I think of Biden when I think of this card. But maybe that's somebody watching over her in spirit that she can talk to. Because if you're going to try to communicate, she might be a little defensive. So I don't know. She's got to do some reflecting, and maybe with the Hierophant, then it came through. It seems like maybe she's thinking about going back to school. I'm sorry, she's not talking to. Okay, Tosh, your girlfriend, Ashrita, feeling. Oh, you want a reunion, Ashrita. Okay, all right. So it's good to know you're not necessarily together. So Ashrita. What is Ashrita thinking? She's very pretty, isn't she? I think she likes to talk to people a lot. Outgoing personality. Boy. Likes to dance, I bet. Yeah, Ashrita. All right. What can we know about Ashrita and Tosh? Sorry if I'm saying your names wrong. And I have to get down to the bottom of this. Yeah. Bubbly personality. She's young though. Yeah, she's young. Young in mind too. I mean, like, doesn't have her mind made up is what I'm thinking. Ashrita, Tosh. What do we know? What can we know? We're looking for a reunion here. I don't know. I think she's having a lot of fun. It's just my vibe on the situation, but I don't know. I just feel like she loves to dance. Get rid of that card. I don't want to see that one tonight. I hate it when I see that card. So, what can we know about Ashrita? One more. Ashrita, what is she thinking about Tosh? What's the situation here? What can we know? Ashrita. That one fell out. Okay, what can we know? Ashrita and Tosh. I think she's got sisters, too. Well, that is not the card we like to see. The Seven of Swords. Somebody's taking something away. We'll read on to get more for what this is, but this is like kind of a rip-off. Heart calling, I'll get to you. So, I'm not saying this is her, but somebody feels like everybody here is distracted at the fair. They're taking these 5 swords. So you may feel like you didn't get what you were bargaining for. In the middle, we have the 2 sevens. 2 sevens. I gotta read up on my numerology. 7 of Pentacles. So this is you, I think, looking over, like, what haven't I done? What could I do more? And you did plenty. I feel like she's at the fair, hanging out. Oh, this is her family. Yeah. Okay. Involvement. I'm sorry for that. Like, and I'm sure you're from a different culture. Like, Anyway, I just never bothered doing anything with my kids. My father was married so many times, I was like, I know how to do one trick. I'd just be nice to everybody. And they find their own way. You know, they do. But it's really hard. And in America, too, people get involved. Yeah, we have the King of Swords over here. So maybe this is like her father saying, well, this is the law, and this is what you're going to do, and this is what I want. Okay, so there's a lot of swords, and this is also in the head, like, okay, at the bottom, this is nice to see. Oh, there's 2 nice cards here. Oh, I have to cover her bits up. This is completion, so maybe this cycle of control, she's going to break out of it. That's what I'm hoping. That's what we're hoping for. Completion of all that stuff. Because right next to it is the Knight of Cups, the offer of love. So that would be maybe in time. Hold on. That could come. You know, there may be a reunion. Let's look inside. Let's look at the hidden energy inside. There's maybe going to be news coming. She might be sending a message, so be aware. You know, it might be tricky to see it. And I'm not going to take the next card because it's like, you're not in contact, but she might like to be. Yeah, you're not in contact because of that. And also, whoever's the King of Swords is like ruling over everything. But there may be something coming because the Page of Cups is messages, and messages from youth, and she's young. So that's a strong maybe. I don't know. I hope so. And then I'll post this up and you can go back and look at it. But you're not in contact, but I think there may be a message coming. She'll see a way to it. That's just awful when people do that. Okay, now, heart calling. Spirit know anything about Kaylin and Jason? Okay, Kaylin and Jason. I shall ask. I'll shake this out. Yeah, I'll post this up and then you can look at it and see what resonates. Kaylin and Jason. I hope they're not in trouble. Oh, I'm not going to show that card. The devil wants to come out tonight. I see things when I'm cutting. But I'm not saying it's for this reading. Kaylin and Jason. I don't know. I hope they're not in trouble. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I think she wants to be in touch, so that's just finishing off that one. Kaylin and Jason. What does Spirit want to tell us about these two people? I don't know if they ran away. It feels like they're running. I feel like fleeing. I hope they didn't. I hope they're not young people running. Well, young people, you know. I mean like 12 and 13. They are in separation. Okay. Oh. Kaylin and Jason. I'm sorry. Well, running can also be like running away. Maybe they'll figure it out. Let's see. Alright, let me concentrate. I don't know if there's kids involved. Alright, what can we know about Kaylin and Jason? What can we know about Kaylin and Jason? What are we allowed to know? Kaylin and Jason. Let's see. Let's see what it says. Wheel of Fortune. So, fortune's luck is changing. Either it's changing from good to bad, or bad to good, or something. Something's changing. Big, no children together. He's running from her. That's why I was thinking of running. So, yeah. The wheel, let's just go on and see a little bit more. But it's starting with the Wheel of Fortune, then somebody is, you know, okay, I'm switching out. Let's see what's in the middle. This is nice. This is the Two of Cups. They may reunite. So, coming together. It's contracts, too. So maybe they're going to be talking sooner than later. This is sort of like right now, but I mean, it's one big story Tarot is always trying to tell. So I wouldn't say it's hopeless. One of them, wants to travel. She's waiting in silence for 9 weeks. Oh, God. Yeah, because I think he was taking his ball and looking out and saying, I'm, and maybe this is speaking more just to the marriage. So, okay, let's look on. Seems like he's gone away across the seas. I don't know why. There may have been some trouble. 9 weeks, more than 2 months. She should file a missing persons, on him. Okay. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah. So, it's not communicating, but start working on the details of finding out where this person is. Because maybe right now in the United States, this is terrible. Oh, she knows where he is. He's not missing. Okay, well, this person, then I'm going to take this to be the person who left and is thinking of traveling. But in the middle, we have this. It's not all over completely. He's thinking of different things. I don't know what he's working on the details of. But he's kind of in his own world. Thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. It's really unfair. And maybe she needs to rethink for herself what she wants. Because the card next to it is justice. What's really fair for her and what he's doing. This card reminds me of my dad. Like, he would have a new project every 7 years. A new family every 7 years almost. After a certain point in his life, he just split. Okay, and let's look inside. Yeah, all right. The Fool. This is more speaking to whoever left. They're just on their journey, working on the details of it. I don't think it's completely over, but I'm not knowing. I think this is him too. This reading is just covered with the guy. I think it's the guy. Here he is, going off on a new adventure, and this is also a new adventure. So, if he's not talking, what can you do? Well, I'd say there's some hope. He's looking elsewhere to do other things, and maybe even travel and go. It's just too bad that when people do that, it's so immature. You don't talk and say, hey, I feel I should do this, or maybe we need a break, and then let's check back in, and blah, 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 blah. But, youth don't do that. He's not mature. It's, that Fool at the base level is being foolish, too. So there's some immaturity about it, but what do you do? It's their journey. It's their... he's bipolar. That's what that 8 of Pentacles is. Yeah, he's working through... Yeah, that kind of... I thought about that. Like, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that. I don't know where I buried it. That makes a lot of sense then. Oh, so then when he has these... They have their episodes. I've read on this... Danielle Steele's youngest son had terrible bipolar as a youth. And he didn't live into his later 20s for it. I'm sorry to say that, but that is a fact. And anyway, here we go. This is him making all these pentacles, but he's doing them very quickly. He's probably in one of those episodes where it's ramped up and everything is moving very, very quickly. So, but that 2 of Cups in the middle does mean there could be a reunion, and not to give up. It's just he's going through a thing, and then hopefully he's getting older, like with young people who have bipolar. What I read when I read this book years ago. I don't read Danielle Steele's novels, I don't, but this book about her son was fascinating. And if the older you are, the better, kind of in a way, because we know more and the medicines are better, bottom line. But he didn't live that long, and she had all the help you could get, but they would over medicate him, and then that wasn't good. They finally got a place, like the house. In their house they got a separate like part for him where it wasn't so busy, and full-time person to watch him, and it was really good for that time. But yeah, sorry to hear it. Bipolar is a whole thing. I don't know any more about it than I read from that book by Danielle Steele, and it was pretty enlightening. And that was, God, let me think here. I think that was when my son was in second grade, so that would have been about 2002. It's 20 years old now, that information. So there's been more that we do know. So anyway, oh man, Kitty, we've been on 36 minutes. This is a lot. So, all right, is there anybody else out there? I'll do one more and then I'll probably leave because I don't want to wear out my chat monitor. Although I'm not wearing out. I'm thinking I'll do it again this week, but I'll schedule it and I'll ask you, Kitty, what would be good. Okay, S.A. girl. Sure. Are you going to get communication from M? Oh my. Youth. Why don't they... God, I remember before the cell phone, it was just a landline. Will they call? Looking at that phone, wanting it to ring. That is the worst feeling in the world. All right. How about M? What can we know? And I post this up. It takes a minute to do it. And you can go back and look at it. And, if it resonates, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's just for entertainment only. M, send a letter. You're welcome. Is M a shy person? Yeah. Don't know why I'm thinking about the cello. Orchestra. Somebody around you likes orchestra, maybe classical music. What can we know about M for S.A. girl? Shy is what I'm feeling. He's a Leo. Dang it, I am so terrible at my my signs. I'm Cancer. And I don't know anything about astrology. The minute they talk about the house in a conjunction, I'm done. It's like, okay. Just no. Leo I know as the lion. And I'm not so good about what is compatible. I mean, it just depends on you, what's compatible for you. All right. What can we know about M and letters? What can we know about getting a letter or a message of any kind from this M? And that's the last one. What can we know about a message? 9 of Cups. So this is a nice card because it's the wish card. So maybe what you're wishing for will come true. So we'll read on because it has a shadow meaning, but I'm not sensing that. So this is something you're wishing for. Feels like they're trying to make up their mind about what to do. I've seen this earlier tonight. 2 of Swords. Like, should I do this? Should I do that? This can be overthinking it as far as I'm concerned. Like, it would be very easy to take off your bandage there on your eyes and see which way to go. And we just had this. Wheel of Fortune. This can also be good luck. So I think they're thinking about it. They just can't figure out, like, make up their mind. And there's some shyness about it or uncertainty. But you might get your wish. Let's go on. Let's go on. Oh, you have to be patient. That's what it's saying right at the bottom. Look how patient she is. Look how balanced she is. She's got the foot on land and in water. This is my favorite card. And she's pouring this back and forth. So the message is just hang on. Be patient. I don't know how long. How long do I have to be patient for? Until it, until you get your wish or until you change your mind. I don't know. Let's look inside. Let's look inside. Well, I have to cover up their bits because you get the Lover card. That's the energy inside, the hidden energy. So there may be a real nice attraction here. He might send more than a letter. I don't know, or you might say, maybe you should send the letter. I don't know. But I'm not gonna. Here, I'll show their faces, but they're all naked. Whenever I put this stuff on TikTok, when I just read, you're like, nudity. No, it's not. So, I mean, if you're just looking at major cards, these two are Temperance and the Lovers. And if you're asking yes or no, this would be like a yes. There'll be some sort of message. But I think there's an attraction there too. And that's always good to know if that's what you like. All right. Thanks for the thumbs and all that stuff. I'll talk to Kitty. I'll probably come back this week sometime because I like doing these lives. Just wasn't well last week for a little while and whatever. So, yeah. Yes. But this is about as much as I like to do because I just have a distracted mind. That's why I keep them short. Anyway, thanks so much, and I'm going to say goodnight for now.